Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It is Asira. Now, the first thing I need for you guys to do is I need for you guys to like and subscribe. And also feel free to comment. So I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some reviews to step two. I know it, right? So I was looking and I was like, dang, I haven't been on my channel in like 9, 10 months, my YouTube channel. Now, I do book reviews on TikTok. Okay, so, and I know I'm like jumping right into it. So let me stop. It's Asira, author Asira, award-winning author Asira of over 80 books across genres. And this is my YouTube channel, Jay-Z of the Book World, where that was a name affectionately given to me by someone who read my books and just was like, your pen is just crazy and you can write anything. So that is why I named my YouTube channel this. Again, stop, like, and subscribe so that they know we're around here. So I was doing book reviews, and then some, life stuff started happening, and I stopped doing it on the YouTube channel. But I did start doing reviews on TikTok. So my TikTok is author Asira. So head on over there and follow me there as well. And my Instagram is Dream Wake Work. It's no spaces, Dream Wake Work, because that is the name of my publishing company, Dream Wake Work. So I decided, because I love to read books. Obviously, I love to write books for myself and for other people. And I love to review, and I do honest reviews. But another thing that I like to do every once in a while, I don't get a lot of time to do it, but if it's something that I like to watch, then I will watch it. And Love is Blind. Like, I love Love is Blind. And I said, you know what? Why am I not reviewing TV shows that I'm watching? Because I don't watch a lot of them, but the ones that I do watch, I watch because I really, really like them and they're really, really good and I'm hooked, right? So like House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. I just finished from seasons 1 and 2. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a review on those as well. So I said, you know what? I don't have to be, I'm not in a box. So I don't have to be a one trick pony and just review books. I can review shows as well. Shows that I love. So, Love is Blind UK is what this review is going to be about, and it is going to be episodes 1 through 4. I know the new episodes came out, and we're up to the wedding. We're just waiting for the wedding episode, but I'm going to just do 1 through 4 in this video. Um, Now, a little bit about me and my background. I do have like a psychology background, so when I watch stuff, I am kind of like analyzing people, but I also am just in it for the entertainment. So you're not going to get anything from me like, oh, I'm a, no, I love it. I love it the way that you guys love it. So I watched it and I went back and I watched it again and I took notes this time. So we are going to talk about Love is Blind UK. Okay, that is what we are reviewing here. Hopefully it'll take probably like 30 minutes because got to take the kiddos to the water park today. It's a Sunday. I got to get them out this house because they're not going to drive me crazy. They just not. I refuse. So let's get into it. Did you like? Did you press the like button? It's this one, the thumbs up. Did you? I know you did. I'm just checking. I need it. So listen, right? Let's get into how the UK went and got the whole British basketball team because these men are tall. I just want to say this. And they even said it on the show because I was looking, I said, they look a little long, right? But they are like all of the men on there are tall. And me, as somebody that's 5'3.5", I'm good with that. Because sometimes you like to be like swallowed up. So you want your man to be a little bit taller than you. So I thought that was good. Like, so for me, I was just like, oh, okay, they got tall guys here this season. Okay. And something else that I like is that for the most part, these people were in their 30s. Some of them almost 40. I love that because they've lived some life. Like when I watch Love is Blind, I'm like, these people are 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? They have not lived any life. They have not, what I'm saying? Some of them, haven't had a house, no rent, what I'm saying? Been just life, what I'm saying? Life's the older you get, the more you go through it. And some of them, I just was feeling like they didn't have enough like life experience. You know what I'm saying? Like they just did to be making these choices that they have to make and living this life that they may have to live and to make it work. People in their 50s and 60s can't always make a marriage work. So You know it's hard for somebody that's 21, 22, 23. They still bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I like that. I was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? These people, they got their careers going on. They, they've been, some of them been married before. And I was like, okay, okay, okay. So we done been married. We know we want. Some of them have stopped taking some, took the time to, have they hot girl, hot boy summers and then like get in tune with themselves. I love that for this group of people. I really did love that for this group of people. So I was really invested in Love is Blind UK. So like I said, I watched it and then I was like, I should review this. I really should review this. So went back, watched it again, and took notes. So where are we gonna start? First of all, let me say, I just want to say this, and I'll probably say it again. These women on here, no matter their age, their bodies was and faces was tea. Their bodies and faces was tea, coffee, sun kiss, orange soda. Like they just look good. I was like, yes, just and natural or they look natural to me. I listen. I don't know. I don't know if somebody had a BBL, somebody had like a little. I don't know, but they look good. They really did look good. You know who I really think are just they're just gorgeous. Sabrina, her face card, just I love it. And Nicole, okay, no, I slid her face card all yesterday. It never declined. I was by clink 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 clink. I was out. Never declined. Face card, boom. Love that. So these people were beautiful. Bodies were T. Face was. I mean, I just and the men too. The men were handsome. I didn't look at anybody and was like, hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you like, that's a face only a mother can love, and she lying. But because you gotta say like you gotta say, oh, you handsome, but whatever. So I love that too. Like, they were real people. You know what I'm saying? And they look good. They look good. All right. So who y'all want to start with? So this is what I'm gonna do. I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like kick it up, right? So we're gonna start with the people who, and I'm not gonna say blah, not blah, but the people who like it wasn't like a whole lot of drama in there. They might have had like a little love triangle or whatever, square, octagon, something, but it wasn't anything crazy, right? So let's start with when y'all see me looking down, looking at my notes. All right. We're gonna start with Maria and Tom. Okay, let's talk a little bit about them. So Maria is 30. She's Moroccan, she's Muslim. And then you have Tom, and he's 38. And his jokes was just the corniest jokes ever, but they was corny, but you know what? It was cute. It was cute. And then he had a little thing, like a little triangle with him, Maria, and Natasha or Tosh, right? So Tosh, slim, blonde, because I'm giving Targaryen here, slim, blonde, tan. Um, she lost 5 stone. So I love to look stuff up. That is 70 pounds. And I was like, yes, girl, yes. Because I love, people when they put in that work and they lose that weight. Because I didn't even look up how much I was. Because I used to be over 300 and some pounds. So I get it. And I understand like when you lose that weight, it's not just a physical thing. It's like, it comes with like emotional and mental things as well. So she's kind of like, okay, I lost the weight my it's still like even though you lose the weight sometimes your confidence still isn't where it's supposed to be, and that's kind of what I was getting from Natasha. Like she lost the weight, she looks good, she knows she look good, dresses, boom, stomach out, boo, 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 you know what I'm saying, but she still had kind of like a insecurity issue, you know what I'm saying, but she she was cool. um anyway, to kind of fast forward on that, he did end up picking Maria, but I thought that him and Maria's connection was really, it was close. It was good. You know what I'm saying? Like they really were getting each other. But there was like the one issue that I had where Maria was saying like when she has a baby, when she has children, she wants to stay home and do the mom and wife thing. And Tom was like, "Nah, I don't want to stay at home wife." And I'm like, "Well, why you don't want to stay at home?" I mean, I have 4 children. That's hard work. Just the being pregnant is hard work. And then when you have the babies, I think that it's good for, the mom to stay home, bond with the children for a little while. Now, I understand if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Because especially now, because the recession is sessioning, okay? So everybody can't just stay home and, live off of book royalties or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. You might have to go back to work part-time. You might have to work from home, but he was like staunchly against it. So one thing that I am seeing, and I will comment on later as well in later videos, is that their approach to like their family values seem to be a little bit different because I think that and he mentioned in I want to get into that, but because that's episodes after 4. But I will say this: when you live a certain lifestyle, right, or you're cultural, there you go. When you have certain cultures, you look at things a certain way. So she's Muslim, so the men are the breadwinners. And the women work if they want to or if they need, like really, really need to, but they're taken care of. And I can't even, for real, I'm not Muslim. My daddy was a Baptist preacher. Hey, daddy. He passed away in 2021, but my mom worked on and off, you know what I'm saying? But no matter what, my daddy took care of everything. It's 7 of us. So sometimes, mom had to go to work or she just wanted to get out the house. She was like, these 7 kids running me up the wall. I'm about to go over here. But she was a hairdresser, so she did hair out of the house. So she did have like her hustles or whatever. But if my mom was just home with us, just, raising us, taking us to school, doctor's appointments, nurturing us, cooking, teaching us how to cook, making sure that we was clean and we knew how to clean, just different things like that, whatever she was doing, my dad was for it. And if he had to work 3 jobs so that my mom and the rest of us were taken care of, then guess what daddy was doing? He was coming home and switching them work hats and going back out to work. So I get where Maria is coming from, but for Tom, that seems to be like an issue. And it's not that he don't make good money, because what does he do? Did I even write down what he does? I think he's some executive, doing something, but he makes good money, seems like to me. And but he wants that, to me, he wants that life where like, okay, I make 6 figures. My wife makes 6, 7 figures, probably. And, we have the kids, but the kids have the au pair. And, we're going to Switzerland, and we're doing this, that, and the other. And he's like, I could do it on my salary, but it's better if we both have that salary. And he wants his woman to be like out and have her own life. And I don't see a problem with having your own life and having a career, right? I'm a nurse. I've been a mental health clinician because I do have a master's degree in psychology. So, but there are times my husband was he's retired Navy and now he works for the government. So there were times when I was home. Even before I met him, there were times where I was just home because I had 2 children before we met and got married, and then we have two more. So I have, we have 4 children. So there were times where I was just home, living that life like he's out to sea, or he may not be out to sea, but his schedule with the Navy was just so crazy. It didn't make any sense. Like I couldn't plan my schedule around him, especially when you have kids that have karate and band and what I'm saying, and all of these different things. And you got to go up to the school and you got to volunteer at school, and and then it's bake sales and all of that stuff. Sometimes that and having to work, it's just too much. It's a lot. So there were times that I was home, but then I did have something to fall back on. And I did have other mothers where, sometimes if we had some free time, we go on down to Cheddar's and, have a little drink, what I'm saying, a little brunch drink or whatever, and then go home, get ourselves together, and then get these kids off the bus. And, what I'm saying? So I get, having a life outside of, the children and the husband, which may be some of the things that he was interested in or wants from his wife. I get that, but I just didn't get why he's like so against that. You know what I'm saying? Let her stay home for a year or two. If you make the money to do it, why not? You know what I'm saying? Those are that's the crucial time for children. And I should say that a lot of my mental health work has been focused on children from the ages of 4 to 5 to 21. So to adolescent and young adult. So those are crucial times. So that was one thing I was like, okay, let her stay home. Like, what I'm saying? Because it was almost like a sticking point for him. But again, culturally, I've realized in their relationship, and I'll get into it in the next review video, it's just different culturally. And that happens, right? That happens, it's like religion, the way you were grown up, the way you were raised, your social economic status, those things can be a difference. and they can sometimes be sticking points in relationships because it's like, okay, well, I grew up, and I didn't have both of my parents, and I'm just saying this is an example. I didn't have both of my parents, but then the other person that you meet, they saw like a loving, marriage, and you know what I'm saying. So sometimes you guys have to like bridge that gap. So that's how I kind of feel about their relationship. But I think that like they're cute. And they agreed on a lot of things. She laughed at his corny jokes, you know what I'm saying? And she's very, very pretty herself. Like I really thought that she was pretty as well. Um, and he is 8 years older than her. I will say that. So that was just like kind of like a sticking point. Was like that stay at home conversation that they were having because he was like, I don't want my wife to stay home. Like I want her to work. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like it almost stopped him. Um, but there when they so he proposed and it was cute. It was a nice proposal, and it was emotional. But let me tell you, when they met, girl, Maria, the red lip and the red dress, yes, ma'am. It was doing it for me. Yes. And I know when that door opened, he was like, that's my wife. Cause that red lip, I love a red lip. Like cause I know you guys are gonna go to my IG and you're gonna go to my TikTok and you will see some pictures. I don't do a lot of makeup. The hair and nails and everything is because my brother just got married about 3 weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago. So I'm still in, it's not time to change it yet, but the appointments are made. The hair and nail appointments are made. So I will be changing when I do my next video, it will be new hair and nails. So, but yeah, I just, I love a red lip. Like I don't do a lot of makeup. We did get our makeup done for the wedding or whatever, so you'll see pictures of me with a full face. But other than that, like one thing that I will do if I'm going out and it's like a thing is I'll do a red lip. That red lip, girl, it was popping. I was like, yes, Maria, red dress, red lip, body, tea. I was just loving that. I really was. Her one thing that I really connected with her on was the passing of her father, girl. And when she said her dad flew back to Morocco to say goodbye because he was terminally ill and then COVID hit, so he couldn't even come back home. Child, I almost slid out the chair because I don't know what girl. I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine. I was states away when my dad passed away. I had just come back from seeing him. He was in the hospital. Just come back from seeing him. He had to have some other procedures done. They had, taken the breathing tube out. He was breathing. We had, talked on the phone. I, fussed at him because he was giving the nurses a hard time, telling them he didn't eat mashed potatoes. I was like, Daddy, eat them mashed potatoes. What he really wanted to say was, I don't eat everybody mashed potatoes. My daughters and my wife or my sister, they ain't make that. I don't. That's what he really wanted. That's what he really wanted to say because he was very particular. So, I get home, a couple days later, I'm throwing a book event and I get a phone call. And like I said, I was just states away and was in shambles. So I just can't even imagine, what I'm saying, for her. But I love that he was a support for her and that, he really was respectful of that and understanding, what I'm saying, of, where she is in her grieving process for her father. So I really did like that. So that's Maria and Tom, and we'll kind of check in, on them. Like, they went on a honeymoon and they were just getting along. Like they was just chilling, kicking it, what I'm saying? But they had the hard conversations, and I do like that about them. And I do like that they are both over 30 years old. So we will get back to them because they didn't have too much drama in 1 through 4. They didn't have too much drama, so that's why, like, what I'm saying, I'm kind of touching on them first. It was, what I'm saying, they just like to chill, what I'm saying, and like when they was on the honeymoon, and he's like, oh, I can't wait to get the goss, what I'm saying. He was like, I'm trying to get to the party and get the tea. So I thought they were cute and they were funny. You know, Now I will say that when he broke up with Natasha, like she was heartbroken. She was really heartbroken. She really was in love with him. Like she really had those strong feelings for him. And I knew that it was hard for him. Another thing that I respected was that he was not cold about, the breaking off with Natasha. He really gave it thought. He did it gently. And he took into consideration how she was feeling. So he was really nice about that. And I really like that about him because some of these dudes are trash. And we'll get to some trash guys in a minute. So, but he really wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He really felt that she felt that. So I did like that about Tom. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, you know what I'm saying, with Tom right now. For me, it's just like that little stay-at-home situation. It's like what you want her to do. You want her to like pop the baby out, you know what I'm saying? And like go to work with the baby on her breast, you know, like she really if you don't have to do that, some people have to do that, but if you don't have to do that and your wife don't have to do that, then why you gonna make her do that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's like my sticking point with him. So that's it. On them two. So let us go to Jasmine and Bobby. Jasmine and Bobby. So Jasmine is a mental health nurse. Hey, hey sis. We both did that. um, and Bobby is in like luxury sales on for ships or whatever that means. But he's like, I don't know if he's selling the ships or like he's selling the cruises on the ships. I don't know. I didn't look that part up, but it's sales, you know what I'm saying? But he's not like he has to travel, but he said he doesn't want to always travel. You know what I liked about her, and I'm gonna bring another person in here. I'm not gonna talk too much about them, but at first she was dating Sam, and I'm gonna get more into Sam later. But first, Jasmine was talking to Sam, and what I like about Jasmine is Jasmine don't play. And later on, you meet her mom, and you see why Jasmine don't play. Jasmine not about to play no games with you, and it is something about people that are in the healthcare field, especially mental health. We assessing you all day. It's not, and it's not even on purpose. It's not on purpose. I promise you. Like we're assessing how your body language, you know what I'm saying? Your eyes darting. Like, what are you doing with yourself? It's just in us. You have to forgive us. Like they trained us this way. And if you were born and you already had like that type of nature, and then you go into this healthcare field, that's just what you do. We are indoctrinated. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. Your whole life is an assessment. And sometimes it's hard to turn that off. But I love that she assessed and she clocked Sam and his foolery from the beginning and was like, my gut is saying that you not the one. And she skedaddled. And I love that about her. You know what I'm saying? Because she not about to play with you. She was not playing with Sam. She was like, and you know, because he was giving his little and she was like, you sound like you give F boy energy. And absolutely he gave F boy energy. Absolutely. I was like, can't do it. Can't do it, dog. But back to Jasmine and her guy, Bobby. So she's 29, mental health nurse. One thing about her is for as beautiful as she is, and again, she's another one that you could like slide her face card all day and all night. Just it's not going to decline ever. It's black. It's platinum. It's like it's not. It's not. Body as well. She's insecure. She has an insecurity, because she's she's had issues with men and like, how y'all guys are. Y'all liking and loving everything on Instagram. Y'all scrolling and y'all looking at all these Instagram models and you know what I'm saying? And the fakery is just it's too real. The fakery is real, if that makes sense. So she, has had relationships where that's been an issue. So she does have some insecurities, and which we all do. That just goes to show that you can be just as beautiful as you want to be. Body can be T, face card, ding, 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 always approved, and still feel a type way, because maybe you were in a situation that made you feel that way, or for whatever reason. So she does have some insecurity, but I just love how real she is. And Bobby, like, to me, he was perfect for her. Bobby ears. Just do something like I don't know. He's cute, but he's what I'm saying, he's not the best looker on there, but he's cute or whatever. But I did feel like they did kind of they clicked, so I like that. He came from a single parent household. She was raised mostly by her mom, and her mom. It's some stuff like I said I can't get into because is like later, but her mom don't play at all. At all. Like, what I'm saying? And they're best friends. And that's again, like sometimes I think that's cultural. Like not saying that you're not close to your mom, but I do think that some cultures the parents are more involved because it's like this is how you are supposed to live your life. You're supposed to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to be here to do that. Like she told him that her mom literally went through her phone, called every boy in there and was like, "Do not contact my daughter again." Blocked them and everything. I said, Jasmine. But I mean, listen, we need more of that because these little boys out here, these little girls. But I mean, that just lets you know like where she gets her thing, like why she doesn't play. You know what I'm saying? She's not about to do that. So I thought that they were cute together. They didn't really have too much drama. Not with each other. Now she did have a little bit of drama, and I'll get into that with somebody else's man, but not really with her man. So just like I love that she was questioning Sam and she got Sam out of there. She listened to her gut because a lot of times we don't really listen to our guts. And it's telling you like this dude or this girl's not right for you. They're not good for you. They're doing this, they're doing that. We're not listening. And we end up in like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? Going through the same things over and over again. It's because we're not listening. You know what I'm saying? And we letting that cat be sounding good. That cat be sounding so good. And we just be letting like we be like, yes, yes, yes. No, you gotta listen to that voice, because it's like it's saving you. It could be saving you. And like it definitely saved her from Sam. And it took her to her guy, and her guy is Bobby. So Jasmine's 29, Bobby is 33. Um, I think he lived in Mexico. They talked about, they like tequila and, different things like that. So they really got along. I thought that they were so cute together. So I think that they can make it if her mom stay out her business. Like, because I could see her, because she the type, like, she call her mom and tell her mom something. Her mom definitely gonna be on the phone. Bobby, you do what to my daughter? Like Jasmine Bond, I could see it. So I would just suggest that they like keep her mom out of some of the business, which she did say she was gonna do because she knows her mom. And I don't, we only met her mom, what I'm saying, for a few minutes, but I feel like I know her mama. And her mama will get right up in there, knock on that door. Her mom the type come knock on the door. What you do to my daughter? So, so my prediction is that like if they have any issues, I mean, of course, marriages you have issues, but if they have any, some of it is gonna do with like how involved her mom is in her business. Y'all tell me, like, how involved are y'all parents and y'all family and y'all lives and y'all business? Comment and tell me, like, is it, and what do you think? Do you think the family should be? And to what extent do you think that they should be involved in your, what I'm saying, in your relationship? Like how deep, how far in do you think that you should allow your family? Because some people like their relationships end behind family. So I just wonder, you know what I'm saying, about that. So we have Bobby and Jasmine, and they are engaged. And like I said, they didn't have a lot of drama, at least not with each other. They're really cute together again. And he's really sweet to her so far. I haven't really seen anything. One thing I can say is when they, did they reveal and she went to lift, reach up and hug him. I said, oh yeah, oh yeah, she do her calf raises. I stood up and started doing some calf raises. I said my calves need to look like that again for when I used to run track when I was younger for the church. I need my calves to look. When I say these, I keep saying it, but their bodies like I'm gonna do some sit-ups when I get off of here because I'm not about to play with them. It's not a competition, but it is. I'm not about to play with y'all. Mm-mm. No. Um, they both do want family. He was raised by his mom. You know what I did love? Being a writer and a poet as well. I do have a book of poetry and short stories, and poetry is really like what I started doing. And I still, write poems for people's special occasions and things like that. Is when he proposed, it was like a spoken word. Some people are like, oh, that he rapped the proposal. He didn't rap it. It was a spoken word proposal. If you're like in that life, you know what I'm saying? If you're like, again, like a book world person, or if you're somebody that like goes to those events where you're like, yes, it was spoken word. And I loved his proposal. His proposal was, I loved it. I thought it was so sweet. And I loved that she took it. And when they met each other, it was given what it was supposed to give. Because like if we've been watching Love is Blind UK, and let me tell y'all something else. I have been watching Love is Blind Mexico, watching the subtitles. I'm not gonna review that, but because I feel like it moves kind of fast, you know what I'm saying? But I've been watching Mexico and I watched a little bit of Japan. So I'm itching for like, the US to come back. So I'm like doing filler Love is Blind. Okay, so I'm in all the countries with Love is Blind. You know what I'm saying? As long as I try to watch Sweden. Let me tell you something. I was watching the Sweden. Sweden has F boys. Let me tell you, the first episode, I was like, you know what it is for me? It's like the subtitles. Sometimes it's like them speaking, it's kind of off. You know what I'm saying? Which they probably feel like when they're translating English into their language so that they can watch our shows from America. But sometimes it's kind of off, and I'm like, oh, I don't really feel like watching that right now. So I'll like peek in, like, you know what I'm saying, go in and watch a little bit here and there. But that first episode off the cuff, if y'all thought that these ones like Clay and them was bad from the US, oh no, go to Sweden and watch just the first episode of Love is Blind Sweden. Y'all gonna be like, these men are everywhere. These pieces they are everywhere. Oh my gosh, it's two on there who are taking these women through the ringer already. And I was just like, it's not just us. It's not just the US. Just so y'all know, it's not just us. It's not. They in every country, I promise you. Even Japan. Even Japan. I promise you. All right. So that I just wanted to put that out there. Because they crazy. Anyway. Um, you know, when it was like, it looked like home. I thought that was so special because that's all you really want is somebody that, like, when they look at you, they see home. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, where you at. So I just thought that Jasmine and Bobby were cute. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Jasmine though, she gonna get her facial expressions. She not about to you. If something's on her mind, you know it's on her mind. You know it's on her mind. So like when it was so funny, right? Oh, I was on the floor when she would creep into the pod. And I got a question about the pods. When she would creep into the pods and she realized Sam was in there, she'd be like, her face. I promise you. I know y'all watch that. Go back, and watch Jasmine's face when she would go into the pod and realize it was Sam. She'd be like, I promise you, she would just want to just melt and just like back out, like disappear, just fall into the floor. She just, I was all the pieces when she here's a question I have. Somebody answer this for me in the comments. What is the pod situation? How do you know? Like, is it like the guys get a a set pod, like their pod is number two, and then the women go into that pod, or like how does the pod situation work? Is it like every day you got to work yourself down that little carpet, saying, to the next pod and just see who's there? Like, that's what I want to know. Those are the questions that are popping in my mind because I'm like, how do they know? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it seems like they know who is in that pod, which could be editing, and sometimes they don't know who's in that pod. So that's what I'll be wondering. I'll be like, who's that? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? Because when she would get in there and see uh, that it was Sam, she'd be like, I was, but I would too, because Sam, I cannot. Anyway, who we gonna go to next? Again, they didn't really have a lot of drama. They were really cute. They clicked. You know what I'm saying? Their meeting was nice and sweet. Um, so it's like a couple of these couples I think are just gonna be couples where we're just like, oh, that's so cute, that's so nice. Oh, that was a pretty wedding. Or maybe they'll surprise us at the end and we'll think that they're gonna go all the way through with it and they won't. You know what I'm saying? And that'll kind of be what their drama is. But for me, those two couples, Maria, Tom, besides the Tosh thing in the beginning. Now, as we get down the line, we will revisit the Tosh situation. But for right now, they were just like they were cute, they clicked, they got together. It was a couple things I was like, but for the most part, they were cool. Um, there's one couple that I'm saving for last. I'm pretty sure that you guys know which couple that is, if you have been watching. So we're gonna go ahead and keep y'all on edge of y'all seats because when we talk about them, we're gonna really talk about them. Okay, so let us get into Freddie and Catherine. Freddie is a funeral director. He's a sweetheart. And he's a goofball. And He's 32. He has a brother with Down syndrome. He has a sister. His parents are still together. I think Freddie's really handsome. He's a really, really good looking guy. He's a good looking guy, and you could tell that one thing that he and Catherine, she's 29, she's a dental nurse. Um, One thing that they clicked on was the fact that his brother has Down syndrome and that she used to be a swimmer, and she teaches swimming to children who have Down syndrome. So that was something that they had in common. And I love to see when people they're not really bonding over trauma stuff because some people trauma bond. That's not you want to share your traumas, but you don't want to bond over it. You don't want that to be the only thing or the main thing. You know what I'm saying? That you want it to be happy things. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really look at like, okay, he has a brother that has Down syndrome. It's like, oh, that's such a sad thing. You know, his brother, you meet his brother, he's the cutest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Then she teaches people who have Down syndrome how to swim. I thought that was very, really, really cute and nice and something that was nice to bond over. But it was another thing that they bonded over, and that was the fact that they both go to the gym 2 times a day. They got me. You got me. Because I'm not going once. I ain't going once. I will go to the park and I will do the steps and run up and down the hill. And that's not an everyday thing. Matter of fact, I have not done that in a while because like, you know what I'm saying, I've been busy. So this is a question that I had. Everybody wanna rock climb, climb mountains, hang off a mountain like Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible. And they want to do all this stuff. Where are the people who just want to go lay on the beach? Because like when I leave here, I'm gonna go lay in a chair at the water park, and so my boys can swim. My oldest boy was on the swim team, and he's teaching his brother how to swim. I'm I might get on the slide. I'm gonna lay out. Where are those people? Don't that would be my soulmate. I need somebody. I would need if I was on here. I need somebody to come to Pi and be like. I mean, I want their body to be nice, but I give I give okay, nice body, a little bit, but I want somebody to come and be like, oh, I like the layout. I mean, we can take walks and like all that. Yeah, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? And we can go to the park and we can walk around the park and talk and you know what I'm saying. But for real, let's just drive and listen to music and joke around. You know what I'm saying? And let's like lay out at the beach and let's go to the water park and lay out and let's go to the amusement park and just chill. Like, why we gotta go climb a wall? Why we gotta go climb a mountain? Why we gotta go to the gym 2 times a day? Why? Am I in trouble? Am I on punishment? But what I will say is them abs, oh her abs were giving. I go to the gym 2 times a day. His abs were giving. I go to the gym 2 times a day, and I love that for them. Because when I say the bodies, yes. Oh yeah. Oh, she got one of them bodies that when she get pregnant, and have her baby the next day, it's gonna look like she just came from the gym. And I hate it for me. But anyway, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna hate. But yes, her body was definitely given. I go in the morning and then I go again at night. It was definitely given that. It was definitely given. I go to the gym, I go and have brunch with the girls, and then I go and I work those little peach bellinis that we had at brunch off. Her body's definitely given that, and so was his. So I did think that they were cute. For her, like she kickboxes, and I'm a second level green belt in Okinawa Shorin-ryu. I just moved my 8-year old's green belt because he just moved up to green belt in Hapkido. My my son, my 17-year-old, he boxes. My two oldest children, they did martial arts as well. I used to teach their classes, so I do. I'm not gonna say that like, no, I don't just sit around, eating or anything like that, but these people active. And I'm like, where do people just want to lay around? But I did like that she did kickboxing. And sometimes I do say, I need to go ahead back and finish and go on and get this black belt. You know what I'm saying? So I might do that. But as far as like all that other, gym 2 times a day, we mountain climbing, we rock climbing, we running around the block, 16 times. We gotta go do all these physical activities. Like, yeah, we can go, let's go bowling, you know what I'm saying? Let's go do this. We take the kids to the jump house, we do all that stuff, but my life is not about to revolve around no weights. And it just it's not. And that's not even me. I'm not judging the people who do because y'all bodies are tea. But that's I need somebody to walk in and be like, he could say like, all right, like my husband goes to the gym every day. I get that. But twice a day is a lot. But you can see the results. You see that as results. One thing about her is that she was adopted. So I really felt her pain when she was saying like she was teased a lot. So her reaction to some things are rooted in trauma and having to like, being bullied when she was younger and everything. So sometimes I think she's a little snippy with Freddie. Um, that's something that like if she works on, they can kind of get over that, but and let me say this also. She was dating Ali, and I was hesitant to bring Ali up. But Ali, I liked Ali. And she was dating Ali, and they were, getting along and everything. But her connection to Freddie was deeper, and Ali's connection to Demi was deeper. And we're gonna get to Ali and Demi in a minute because, like I said, I'm kind of going like up the level of drama that came with them. You know what I'm saying? So to me, these two were kind of like in the middle. Um, One thing that kind of got me, it was a few things. So I'm like checking my notes. 32, brother with Down syndrome. Doo-doo-doo. She did to me give a little mean girl vibe when it came to Demi, right? In the Ali situation, because to me, I kind of felt like she was like, "Oh, I don't see, Demi and Ali being together in the real world." I'm like, "Why not? Is it because Demi's not a size two?" And well, Demi's not a girl who sit down either. She be out and about too, but I'm like, "Why do you? What do you mean? Like, why don't you see them out?" You know what I'm saying? Like that to me was a little bit mean girl vibe ish. Maybe I was like looking too hard into it, but that's kind of just like how I felt about it. Um and then like when she decided to kind of like step away from her relationship with Ali, she was like she mentioned like being a bigger person, and I'm like, how does that make you the bigger person? It's not like something happened and like y'all had some kind of clash or argument and somebody didn't want to apologize, so you decided to apologize and you were the bigger person. So I was kind of confused, like, what do you mean bigger person? You knew that his connection with somebody else was growing stronger than what y'all had, and you knew you had Freddie on the back burner. Not on the back burner, but you knew you had Freddie on the other side, so you went with Freddie. Okay, that I don't know. So that bigger person than that, I don't see her, Demi and Ali together out in the real world. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way about her. And like I said, as it goes on, like kind of how like she kind of snaps at Freddie sometimes when he's just kind of like he's a playful person. I understand sometimes you're like, dog, you play too much. I'm trying to be serious. But I just felt like she I don't know. I have to kind of watch her. It's not that I don't like her. I just to me sometimes she can give that. Now, one thing, you know what I need to look up? What is CERT? This CERT club, okay? Because when she said she went to that club for her birthday, Ali was like, I'm gonna go ahead and put a line through her name. And she was like, "No, I just went for my birthday. I don't like go all the time." But then as the episodes went on, you could see Freddie kind of felt like she was like high maintenance too because of like the places she goes and the things that she do. So I'm like, I gotta look this club because what is this club? Because when she said she went to that club, Ali was like, "No, I'm good on, I'm straight." So what is the Cert Club? Like, is that a club where like high class girl? I gotta do some research. Somebody from the UK tell me what is that club and why they looking? Because they don't ever really explain why he looked funny. You know, what I'm saying looked at her funny for going there and like, I mean, is it? I don't know. That's a question that I have. I had so many questions and I was like writing them down. So so yeah, that was a question that I had about them. Another thing about them is that they both have family members named Bill and Mary. I said, "Oh, y'all cousins," and I'm not surprised because in the UK we know how the royal family did. They wanted to keep that bloodline pure. So what was they doing? Intermarrying. I said, if I was y'all, before I go, hopping down the aisle, I do some ancestry. I had to look and be like, okay, we both got people that's Bill and Mary. My daddy name was Bill too, but Bill and Mary. Are we cousins? Okay, because we not trying to do like we not on no Lannister stuff around here. You know what I'm saying? Like brother sister type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And especially because you adopted, so you might want to look into that. You know what I'm saying? Before y'all start popping out kids. Okay, so I'm just saying. But for the most part, they were cute. Like, the proposal, the meet was cute, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Some drama did happen in Mexico. We're gonna get to Mexico. We're gonna get to Mexico. Right now we're in the pods and we're just, what I'm saying, we're in the pods and we're doing the meets up until like when they meet each other. So that was cool. Sabrina and Steven, they didn't have any drama either. I probably should have started with them. They didn't really have any drama. I thought they were so. I did talk about Sabrina. I thought she was so cute. She's so cute, and he's a cutie too. He owns a gym, a CrossFit gym, with his friends. He's a sweetie. He loves his speedos. If it's one thing he gonna have on his speedos. I cannot with you, Steven. He's 37. She's 35. She's a marketing director. She's from Ireland, Belfast to be exact. Um, body, brains, face. She gives grown woman to me. Like she gives grown, and she feel like me. Because when they was in Mexico and he doing his sit-ups, he doing his crunches, she videoing him and he like, you want to join me? She's like, absolutely not. I said, yes, sis. She is my sis. Cheers. We not joining you. Have fun. I'll be over here with my coffee. Do they have Starbucks over here? Yes, thank you. I'm not doing, I'm not, we on our honeymoon, sir. Get up. Get up. What are you doing? I thought that they were so cute. And like I said, she gives grown woman, she lost her grandmom, so she does have, a piece of jewelry with her grandmother on there, her name on there. And then he has his grandfather's ring, that he, told her he has worn on every finger as he's grown up, you know what I'm saying? Just, he gets bigger, so he has to move the ring around, which I thought, was very, very nice. I connected with that as well. This is a ring that my father gave to my mother. My father loved to give my mom jewelry, so she, has been giving jewelry out to the granddaughters and the daughters. So I don't take this ring off. Even if I take off all my other jewelry, the ring that's not coming off is this ring that my father gave to my mom. So I got that. That resonated with me. And I don't like to talk about yourself. I mean, we do, we have to talk about like why we kind of like connect with people. Like that's just human nature, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a reason that we might like somebody more or resonate with somebody more than another person who's watching it, you know what I'm saying? So for me with Sabrina and Steven, like that touched me, and especially, with her, because she was older, because she just like it hasn't been too long since she lost her nan. And another thing that they both do, which was crazy to me, is like they do like they get up and they do their meditation journals, you know what I'm saying? Like they had like the same routine. It was like they were almost like the same person. So, except cold shower. She was like, oh no, one thing I'm not gonna do is get in a cold shower, sir. We will not be showering together before we do our meditation, before we do our gratitude journals. No, you go ahead and take your cold shower, and then I'm gonna hop on up in this hot shower, and I'm with her. No, sir. In my own again, in my own punishment. Why do I have to take a cold shower? Anyway, I thought that they were really cute together. Like I said, she gives like she serves like her whole personality. Like I could hang out with her. I really could. Like I love Sabrina. Like she's one of my favorites, just like personality wise. And she doesn't give that she's gonna give a whole bunch of drama. You know what I'm saying? She just gonna snatch her man up, and that's what it is. And I love that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That and she's gonna give him grown woman. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? So I love Sabrina and Steven together. Um, I don't really, it's not too much to say about them. They're like the same person. One thing I will say is that I love the ring that he gave her because it was different. And I'm that type of person too. Like I like a different thing. Like if you're gonna give me a piece of jewelry, let it be different than like what everybody else has. So I love that it was different because to me, she gives that. You know what I'm saying? So I like Sabrina. We can meet up for drinks. I hope you watch this and you know what? Well, that's Scotland, it's not Ireland. But because I definitely did buy a few plots of land for myself, my mom, and my dad, in Scotland. So they were like having this thing, and you could buy plots of land and have the title of lady, or laird, or or lord bestowed on you. So technically, I could say lady, uh, author Asira, but I will not. I do sometimes. I wouldn't be mad. You can. Yeah, my lady. That's nice. Anyway, so yeah, like, but maybe one day we can meet up and have some drinks and talk. She was cool. She was really cool. Was there anything else that I wanted to say about them? Oh, another thing, I did respect from her was that she's not hanging her happiness on children. She's like, I could, but if I didn't, I still feel fulfilled. And I think that that's great because some people, I think that a lot of times, women, we hang our womanhood on being able to have children or having children or you are you a woman if you don't have children? Like some people really feel like that. But for her, like that's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? For her, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad. But and he's like, well, I see myself having children. So that was a little something that kind of like that was a hiccup that they had. But she came back and she was able to explain that I'm not against having children. That's what she was saying. I'm not against having children. I'm not somebody out here like, no, I don't want to have children. What I'm saying is if I don't have children, I'm not going to be unhappy and unfulfilled. And I think that kind of smoothed it over. So she's not against children, which made him happy. So they may, decide to have children in the long run. But I do love that she's so fulfilled with who she is as a person that if she does not have a child, her life to her is still fulfilled. And that's why I said she gives grown woman. She gives healed. And I love that. I love that. I'm in the process of healing. I can't wait till I'm given, healed 100. You know what I'm saying? So I love Sabrina and Steven together and I think that they'll make it. If they don't, I would be surprised. I would be surprised. I'd be like, what? Like I'd have to rewind. Like, hold on, run that back. What happened? So I did get that. And they met family and it was cool. It was cool. I like that. And they got along and they were so cute in Mexico. I love that too. So, so that is Sabrina and Steven. Is anything else about them? He did do a poem proposal. It was cute. But yeah, like leaving him on a cliffhanger, like when she was talking, that cliffhanger was nasty work because I thought she was about to say no. And then the next episode she did accept. She's like, maybe I should have started with yes. Yes. Yes, you should have started with yes, because I was like, this is gonna be ugly. But she did accept, so they are engaged and living life. Okay, all right. So let's go to Ali and Demi. So those are two of my favorite. Ali is 32. They said he does look like Craig David. People were saying that he looks like Craig David, and he does look like Craig. That he does give on a Monday. He does give that. And when they was like, see the guys in the men's pie was singing a song, the Craig David song to him. I thought that was so funny, because he does give Craig David. To me, he seemed like he's self-aware because he's like, look, I date with my eyes and I know that. So I needed to do this. So like that was something like that was very self-aware of him and he said that. So I'm glad that he did this experiment. Where he doesn't get to see that. I felt like he was honest and nice. He's in software sales, so he has a job. That's another thing. These people have jobs. They not like, I don't know. I don't know, like I feel like sometimes with the American Love is Blind, I'm like, when they say what their job is, I'm like, what does that mean? What do you actually do? Do you make money on it? And does it pay, like, do you have somewhere to live? And does your job pay your rent, mortgage, bills? Or are you coming in here and then I'm gonna have to support you? Like, what are we doing for real? So these people have real jobs and I like that. So Ali 32, like I said, looks like Craig David. He does boxing, so he seems self-aware, honest, nice. Um, yeah, like he was cool. Um, and then you have Demi, and I think he was dating somebody named Catherine too, but that didn't, that didn't go. Oh, yeah, Catherine. That's the one with what's his name, Freddie. Yeah. So I said that right. Okay. Yeah. So that was the one who ended up with Freddie. So he was dating Kat, and then they had some drama in Mexico. So we'll get there. I don't know if I'm gonna do that in this video. I think I might break this video up because I'm already at an hour and I still Yeah, I'm more Ali and Demi, and I still have to do the last triangle. So Demi's she's 30, and it said whatever her job title was, I kind of didn't get it. I didn't know what it was, but again, it was in the UK, some kind of safety manager or something. When I think of that, I think of like facilities, but working in a facility and making sure that things are how they're supposed to be. This court isn't like this, no fire hazard type of thing, like the employees are, that's kind of like what it ran in my mind, but I could be wrong. But she has a real job. I think Demi is T too. Demi's very pretty. She made way a little bit more than the other women, but I don't care. Like she had curves and what did he what did he call it when he met her bunda, her butt. He liked her bunda. So I love I, Demi's very pretty. She's a very pretty girl. She's a funny girl. So one thing that she was saying is like she kind of gets friend zoned, but I can see that because like she plays football on the weekends and then she do boxing and fighting and stuff like that. So I get, when you're kind of like tomboyish, so your male friends, they might think you're pretty or you're cute or whatever, but to them, like you're one of the guys. So that was one of the things. So that was, another reason she came on because she doesn't want to be seen as one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? She wants somebody that's going to love the feminine part of her as well. And I think that she has found that in Ali. Um, She's competitive. Oh, I was dying when they were talking about the arcade basketball and who was better. Like I love their competitiveness. Like I could do that. Like I love Dave and Buster's. Like, we could go to Dave and Buster's and we could play table hockey and we can play basketball. We could play what's the one? Skee ball. I love skee ball. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? Then get some nachos and what I'm saying, and a drink. Like I'm down for stuff like that. But if our first date gonna be a 3 mile run, not if you're dating me. You're not gonna be like, for our first date, let's meet the park and run 3 miles and then sit on a blanket and eat apples. No, sir. No, no. Call Catherine for that date. Me, no, take me to dinner and a movie and, like, no. Mm-mm. Again, am I in trouble? To me, that just sounds like I'm sorry, it does. It do. So I thought they were cute. One thing, let me tell you, Demi said she looked at Kat and them 24 abs. And she said, I'm gonna get my man. Okay. She said, I'm gonna pull my big girl panties all the way up to my neck. Okay. And I'm gonna get my man. And when his birthday came up, okay, that man had a cake. He had a card that was deliberate. Like, I love when people do things that are deliberate. Okay. That was deliberate. Like, all the little things that they shared were in there, and that stole his heart. It stole my heart. I was like, okay, Demi, will you marry me, Demi? like, Demi had me. Demi had me. She went and she got her man. And she said, I'm not about to play with these chicks, okay? She said, I might got a little bit more meat on my bones, but one thing I'm gonna have when I leave here is 200 more pounds, and it's gonna be called a fiance. And that's what she had when she left. Okay, she had Ollie, and Kat did not. Kat had ended up with Freddie. But we kind of saw that Ollie and Kat weren't gonna go all the way anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because him and Demi's connection was just so strong. And Demi, what I thought was very brave of her is that she talked about having endometriosis, so she may not be able to have a child naturally. And his response to that was so grown man. He was like, "You're more than enough." Because when you have those, things where like a doctor tells you as a woman, especially since I think that we are trained to look at the fact that like having um children is like that's what makes you a woman. I think like we're kind of conditioned to think that, and that's not true. So I think that maybe that was one thing for her is like she thought that that was like what it was, like that was what was going to make her uh a woman, you know what I'm saying? So she would feel like she wasn't enough. And he was like, "You're more than enough. I can't even." He said, "It's weird to me that you don't even think that you're enough when to me, you're beyond." So I love when he said that, I said, okay, okay, Ali, okay. And I love that. That was the perfect response. You know what I'm saying? Is like there are other ways to have children if that is the case. If that happens to be the case, we'll just go about it another way. Or I'm okay with it just being us. You know what I'm saying? We could be the cool auntie and uncle. Cause when you're the cool auntie and uncle, you can send them children home. I got a plethora. of nieces and nephews, and you can get them, spoil them, and then send them right on back. And then your sisters and brothers be calling you like, why they think they can eat ice cream at 7 o'clock in the morning? Because we ate ice cream at 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't understand what you're calling me about. What's the problem? It was cookie and cream, put a little milk in it, made a little milkshake, put some straws in it, put a little whipped cream on it. You don't do that? Sounds like a personal problem. I guess that's your problem because when they come back, we're gonna do it again. So, you could do that. Like, I thought that was like that was real cute. Now let's go to Mexico with them. Okay. Mexico with them was a little weird to me because okay, here's some drama. I'm already at an hour, so we probably gonna be like an hour and 20 minutes. Catherine, okay, so Catherine is the one who said, hey, go ahead and explore your options. I'm going to explore my other option. You know what I'm saying? But he was going to do it. That was his intent. So when she did it, he was like, yes, good. You know what I'm saying? And she was worried about him being upset. Honey, he did not care. He did not care. He was about to do it. However, it was kind of like, oh, he went back and he told everybody that he's the one who ended it, which he kind of did. But I don't think he did it to kind of like, I think he just was like, yeah, I ended that. All right, I'm on with Demi. You know what I'm saying? I think it was kind of like in that. I don't think he meant anything by it. However, she felt a type of way, like he lied on her and this, that, and that. So she needed to confront him in Mexico. And Freddie's like, what you need to confront him about? Like, leave it alone. Like, sometimes men just, their ego. But she wanted to confront him. And she did confront him about it in Mexico. And he apologized. Like again, like he straightforward apologized, like, hey, I'm sorry, if that's what happened. I don't, remember exactly what was said, but you did end it. That is the truth. And you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if you felt like that. Then they talk kind of like, do I look like how you thought I was gonna look? Do you look like blah blah? Demi is trying not to look, you know what I'm saying? She's trying not to kind of be that girl. But Jasmine, because like I said, Jasmine not about to play. Jasmine, like, I got eyes on them. Oh no, they laughing. Mm-mm. What we doing? What we doing? Jasmine is the friend you want. Because Jasmine not gonna play with you or your man. Okay, so it was like, so after that, it was kind of like weird. Like Demi was she was kind of like sad, feeling kind of like insecure. He wasn't in the best mood, and then he didn't talk to her. He ended up talking to Bobby, who is Jasmine's fiance, about the conversation. And Bobby's like, yeah, so I see Kat kind of keep peeping you. She peeping you, she peeping you. And he like, yeah, I thought so. That's what I thought. And did I kind of see, I didn't show. It's a lot of edited stuff that gets left on the editing floor, I'm sure. I didn't kind of see it. That don't mean it didn't happen. She might have been like peeking at him, like, I like his beard. You know what I'm saying? My man don't have a beard. I kind of like beards, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The case may be, or he's a little bit taller than Freddie. So I like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as I'm concerned, all the men was 6'7". But maybe she was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if Bobby said that he saw it, then I don't think that he was lying or trying to stir up any trouble. I really don't see that in him. So I think he was like being honest straight up with his friend, and they both noticed that, and so it kind of made him feel kind of, and I think Demi wanted kind of more affection because everybody, they kissing and they sharing drinks, and they got their hand around each, or they holding hands and rubbing each other and da, da, da. And him and Demi like, you know what I'm saying? So I could see where she felt a type way because she might have felt like, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because when we in a room, we holding hands, we doing this, that, and other. And now he down here and he done met Kat and he's not showing me affection. And he's like, well, we don't have to do that. We don't have to like compare ourselves to everybody else. And to me, that's not comparing yourself. That's just showing affection. Like, that would make me feel like you were ashamed of me in public. So that's why I didn't kind of rock with Ali on that. Like, and I got why she felt type of way because don't be, loving up on me, when we in the villa or we by ourselves, what I'm saying, eating, and then when we get in public, I'm saying, you can't hold my hand, I'm saying, you can't, you don't want to kiss me, you don't want to do X, Y, and Z with me. Now, don't treat me like no. Look, listen, my mama raised us to know, like she said, y'all are nobody's afterthought. If you are embarrassed, you don't like me, you feel like, what I'm saying, I'm not what you want, then say that, but don't get out in front of people and not treat me the way that you treat me when we're alone. I don't like that. So I see where she was feeling a type way, you know what I'm saying? And she didn't know what y'all was over there talking about. And it kind of seemed like you're treating her differently, coincided with you meeting up with Kat, and Kat come in and she got 25 abs, you know what I'm saying? And she been on her calf raises with Jasmine. It's like they was probably in the women's section, calf raising, doing 10,000 of them. Then a little bit of Pilates, and then racing. Touching the wall, and then running, touching the other wall. You know how you used to do in gym. You got to run, touch the wall, run back. You know what I'm saying? Or run, touch the line on the floor, run back, then run a little bit further. They in there. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they do. So you come out here, you meet this girl, her face card is not declining either, nor was Demi's, nor is Demi's. Demi's face card is as well. So, but now you like kind of like acting funny over there. You're not talking to me, you talking to Bobby. Oh yeah, we got beef. We got beef. So, but I'm not gonna beef with you in front of everybody. That's one thing. I'm not gonna beef with you in front of other people. When we get back to the villa, we gonna go ahead and cook that up and serve it. Like, what's good? Why you treating me like this in here, but like that out there? That's not what we're doing. If you don't want to be here with me, you don't want to be in Greece or whatever, then we can, what I'm saying, cancel the Greek salad and go home. Because I like mine with extra feta, so I'm happy to sit here and eat it with you. But if you don't want to be around me, then we can cancel it and go home. I won't have to cancel it. I'll take it with me to the airport. I'll eat while I'm waiting for the flight to leave because I love me a Greek salad with some chicken and some extra feta. Anyway, yeah, so I that was kind of like that was weird to me, you know what I'm saying, in Mexico. And then he was kind of like he didn't get it. And when she wanted to talk about it, he didn't, he was like, let's go to bed. She was like, no, let's talk about it. But I still didn't feel like she expressed it fully, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it may be, what I'm saying, again, it's editing. But I got what she was saying, and I got where she was, you know what I'm saying, and why she felt the way that she felt, you know what I'm saying? But it was funny when she was like, "No, I'm happy." He was like, "Yeah, next time tell your face about it." Like they funny. Like these couples, they do keep me laughing. Like with their little, you know what I'm saying, sense of humor, like their little dry humor. They're funny. So that was like an issue that I did have with him. I was like, I didn't like that. So then the next day, so Jasmine again, she's that friend that you want. She not about to play. She loved Demi. We all love Demi. Demi is our girl. Okay, she approached and she told her man, she told Bobby that night when they was putting on a face mask, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say something because that's my girl." And he got her in here being somebody that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because in the past she was so confident and she's so sweet and she's so lively, but now she's here with him and he's acting funny and weird. Now the cat is here and they've talked, and Demi is giving like sad, and I ain't for it. So Jasmine went in. Now, do I think that it was her place? Probably not. But again, she is the friend that you want to have. Let me tell you something. I have a best friend, and I love her to death, Kalitha. And she's divorced now, so I don't think she would mind me saying this. But her husband, ex-husband now, was on some f boy stuff, and they were in California because we met because both our husbands in the Navy, and she moved into the Navy housing that we were living in, and I love her to death. She's a sweetheart. You can't tell me anything about her. We don't even have to talk every day, but when we talk, it's like we've been talking every day. He was he was going, and she wasn't happy. And he had her ass all the way out in San Diego, and I got my ass on a flight, and I went out in San Diego, and he was like, "Why is Ty coming? Because I'm not about to play with you with when it comes to her." So I get where Jasmine was coming from, but Jasmine was on Ollie's, and I would cuss because I'm grown. I can. I don't do a lot of cussing. But I don't know how this YouTube algorithm thing. Sometimes you cuss too much and they like, nah. So I don't want them to like age restrict or anything like that. So I want to be saying boy, and I want to say with the, but we'll see. But as we go on to do more reviews, and I kind of like get back into the groove of this. But yeah, she was like, look, you got my friend out here looking crazy. She not happy. You need to go hug her from behind, you know what I'm saying? Kiss her on her neck, hold her hand, you know what I'm saying? Pick her up, run her out to the water, throw her in, get in there with her, do something cute. But don't have her in here feeling insecure and feeling and looking sad because that's not the Demi I know. And if I feel like she's this one way and now that she got with you, she's like a shell of herself, we not gonna be okay. And I'm not gonna be on my foot gonna be on your neck. And Jasmine's foot was on his neck to the point where he was like, I want to go home. And Debbie was like, go home then. But they did work, they did happen to work it out. You know what I'm saying? And then as the episodes went on and they met each other's family and everything, everything it got better. You know what I'm saying? They got back to where they were. And I did love that for them. But Ali, you had me in the beginning, but in Greece, I was side eyeing you. I was like that friend that's in between Jasmine. I'm the one. I'm like Jasmine, calm down a little bit. But Ollie, you need to tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that friend. Like I ain't one, but I'm coming through too. You know what I'm saying? So I did like that Jasmine did that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I did like that she stuck up for her friend, and I like that Ali got it, and I like that Ali and Demi got themselves together, and you know what I'm saying. And as it went on, everything was smoother, and they kind of came back to themselves. One thing I will say is I don't know how Demi did not know that Ali has ADHD because I knew that, especially when they went to the store to go shop for them vegan nachos. Two of my sons have ADHD. I've worked with children who have ADHD. Baby, the way that he was like, "Ooh, banana, ooh, orange, ooh, apple, ooh, nachos, ooh," I said, "Did he take his Ritalin?" And then when they got back, he's like, "Well, I have a secret. I do have ADHD." I'm like, "Who was that a secret from?" And don't. And another thing is, you don't have to be ashamed of it. That's not anything to be ashamed of. You have it, you have it. You know what I'm saying? Can't help it. You know what I'm saying? It is an issue with the organizational part of your mind. That is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I knew automatically that he had it. Either he was not medicated or it was not strong enough. Or he was coming off of it. I knew. So for it to shock her, I was like, that was no shocker, honey. But I thought that they were cute. I did. I really thought they were cute together. So I think that they can work as long as they, you know what I'm saying, keep that energy up. So and they're real playful and they're both active. So I could see them lasting, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah. And oh, another thing that I love um she said, you know what, if when they were in the pods and she's like, listen, if I'm being snippy snappy, whatever the case may be, what you gonna do? And he was like, well, I'm gonna go stay with my friends because I ain't got time. I was like, Ali, you want to fight? Okay, so you want ding ding ding, so you hear the bell and you think we in the ring. But he was like, no, I'm gonna give you cuddles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like leave you alone. I'm gonna give you cuddles because some people need space and some people need cuddles. And I thought that was grown man stuff. Forget it. I thought that was grown man shit. We gonna go ahead and cuss, even though the video almost over. Because sometimes I'm not gonna say you don't need space sometimes, but sometimes like you can have space but still be together, like what he said. So like if I'm being, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, you don't have to like not talk to me for 2 days or 3 days. Like you can come lay on the bed with me and just be. We could just be, you know what I'm saying? Like you just laying on me or like touching me or just being, you know what I'm saying, just letting me know that I'm not alone. It's okay. You still love me even though I'm being a pain right now, you know what I'm saying, or I'm being moody right now. And we, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on season 3 of From. When does season 3 of From come on? I'm gonna kind of look that up, okay? Because I'm going to do a review on From too. So yeah, like I thought that that was grown man stuff. Like yeah, sometimes yeah, cuddle. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, you don't need to because that's my thing. Sometimes I feel like people like, I'm gonna give you space. I'm gonna leave for however long. And it's like I don't need that. I need for you to let me know that it's okay that I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you do like, we don't talk for like a couple hours. That's one thing, but like days or something like that. Some people like want to disappear for days and then pop back up. Like, are you good now? It's like, well, I probably need you to kind of help me be good. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, because your brother came by. No, don't edit that out, Top. No, I'm not going to edit that out. But I'm just saying. So I thought that that was cute too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what she said that's what she needs. So I like that he got her and that they get each other, and you know what I'm saying, they like the same type of stuff. So I can see them together. I really can. If they didn't get married, I would be surprised as well. I would be shocked because they kind of like they seem like they get along. You want somebody you can have fun with. You do. You absolutely do. And they have fun together. They really do. Like I said, I do. I haven't been to David Buster's in a while, but I do. Saying have fun there. I like to go there and like do stuff. So like that to me is a date. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was cool. Okay, you guys knew where I'm going now. I'm going to Nicole, Sam, and Benaya. And I like his name. I like that his name is Benaya. I don't even really drink soda, but this was in a little refrigerator under my desk. So, and I was thirsty and I didn't feel like stopping the video and getting water. So, let's talk about them. So, Nicole is 29. She is divorced. She's absolutely gorgeous. And her smile, like 1,000 watt. Like her smile, when she smiles, you're just like, you can't turn away, but you gotta, because it's like, I loved her smile. Um, Sam is a F boy. He is an actor. He is insecure. He needs to be alone. And then you have Benaya, who is a structural landscaper with nowhere to live. This is my thing with Nicole. I have to go, I'm gonna go through each of them and then I'm gonna go through their dynamic. She's too nice. She does not listen to her gut. And she is totally unaware. And this just goes to say, like, you can look the way that, you know what I'm saying, any kind of way because she is beautiful. The hair did not give not one time, okay? Um, like I said, smile, 1,000 watt, good job. You know, she mind, body, and spirit. She wants to be in tune with it. She'll burn a little sage for you. She's totally unaware that she deserves a real, settled, healed provider with a home. She don't know she deserves that. Somebody did not tell her. Somebody dropped the ball. She's impressed by absolutely nothing. And this is not, listen, I love Nicole. This is not me talking mess or shit on Nicole. This is me saying that Nicole does not know what Nicole deserves. She is impressed by nothing. She fell into Sam's cap, his gibberish. What are you talking about? You're not talking about nothing. You're not talking about nothing. And I hate that for her. I hate that she doesn't know that she deserves these things. I hate that. Okay. Sam is a 31-year-old proper wanker. It's proper wanker, isn't he? Mhm. Proper wanker, isn't he? Then yeah, sure. He's selfish. He's consistently full of crap. I wrote this down. These are my notes. Okay, these are my notes. Okay, I was taking notes on them like I was back in class. And I had a 20-page vignette due. I was He gave her his old bracelet and even had the nerve to say it might stink. Basically, that's what he said. And when he gave that to her, she's like, oh, I'm gonna cherish this forever. I would have been like, production, can I slide this back under the door? And you know what? Sometimes it's cute for somebody to give you something that's theirs, right? I'm not saying that that's not sometimes cute, but what he gave her was unimpressive. And I hated that she was impressed by it. He was just cap. He was just, it was not, it's no other word for him. That's his new name is Cap. He's not even Sam, he's Cap. He doesn't, he's, I was so glad Jasmine was calling him out, you know what I'm saying? And I felt it. I felt when Jasmine would like walk in and see him and be like, oh my gosh. I mean, here to see him, here it was him and be like, oh my gosh. I got it. I was like, I would have did the same thing. I don't have nothing to talk about. You're corny. I hate a cornball. I cannot stand. I'm allergic. I think that I probably have a legit allergy to cornballs. And he's a cornball. He came in selling himself. Don't forget, he's telling all the girls, don't forget Sam, don't forget Sam, write Sam down. Sam from this, Sam from that, Sam from London, Sam from London, Sam from London. We don't care. We don't care, Cat from London. We don't care. You say what people want to hear. And I understand that's easy to fall into if you have not if you don't have a good sense of when somebody is joshing you. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're capping you up. And I don't think that Nicole has a good sense of that. Now, he was full of it. He was telling not just her, but other women the same stuff. Jasmine even warned her and said, look, sis. Now, Jasmine was trying to be nice. She said, hey, he could be telling the truth. But for me, I don't got time. Just saying. So that was like she was warned twice. So Sam, I just cannot. Wanker. Wanker. Proper wanker. Okay, so Benaya. Here's one of the red flags for me with Benaya. Benaya has not been in a relationship since like 2012. That is a long time not to be in a relationship. That's a long time. Like, were you really not in a relationship since 2012, or were the relationships kind of like they just weren't hitting on anything? Like, were you really single this long? But it was given that he was single this long. I know I keep sipping this because I'm dry and I don't want to call for a water. I'm sorry. I'm not a soda drinker. Like I said, it's just he has this stock with sodas. If I drink a soda, it's because it's got rum in it. That's it. So anyway, it was given that because he didn't open up to Nicole in time. So it was given, I'm scared I haven't done this in a while. Um, she liked that he's a free spirit. I did think that he communicated better with Nicole. He had better communication. They had a deeper connection. I do think he has a nice heart and he's positive and he don't play about people that he loved. We saw that. But he did shoot himself in the foot. I feel like he gave her like flowers, wine, and half truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, he gave her the flowers and the wine, but then he actually told her again, like I said, she was warned twice about Sam. It was by Benaya and by Jasmine. Nicole did not listen. But here's what I think it was. She did want Benaya more than she wanted Sam. I think. This is just what I think. But Benaya was like, I can't tell you that I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And she didn't come here to play. She came here to get her husband. So when Benaya didn't outright tell, he warned her that Sam wasn't genuine, but he didn't say, look, he came back to the pods and was saying X, Y, and Z. I think that if he had laid it straight out, because if you go and tell, then tell. You know what I'm saying? If you go on snitch, snitch. And I don't even want to say that as like it was a bad thing. He wanted her to be careful, but also he wanted her. But he didn't give her anything that was concrete. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I like you this way, and I could see us getting. He was hesitant, and he was like holding back, and she didn't have time for that. And in her eyes, Sam was giving her everything that she wanted, and so she kind of went with Sam instead of Anaya. So that's why I said he gave her wine, flowers, and half truths. Because if he had said, look, that dude came back in saying X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna just open up. It's scary because I haven't been in a relationship for a while, but I really see us together. I think that we have a connection. I think we can go far. Then I think that she would have chosen Benaya. But he didn't do that. He was too scared. And, so maybe he was given, I haven't been in a relationship since 2012. And I think that after he did that, he kind of saw that he shot himself in the foot because she went with Sam. Sam proposed to her. And it was so weird. It was so weird. And on top of it being weird, he didn't say when it's like I love you, and he's saying I think I love you too. You asking me to marry you, but you only think that you love me? Pause. Run it back. We're not doing that. And then when they met up, their meeting was weird to me. And then he says, I don't care what anybody says. I think she's gorgeous. Who said she wasn't gorgeous? Because first of all, none of the other men saw her. So they couldn't have said that. Like, oh, I don't think her, she not giving in the face department. So nobody could have said that. It didn't show that any of the women was hating on her and saying anything. And she was such a sweetheart. I don't think any of them would have said anything like that anyway. And if they did, they was just lying and hating anyway. So what does that mean? That to me was like, is it because her skin color? Like what you mean? I don't care what anybody says. Who's running around saying that Nicole don't look good? Nicole's gorgeous. She's 100%. What was that they kept saying? You was definitely punching outside your weight class with her. I'm just saying you're not even ugly, but just her as a whole person, you was definitely punching. I That's what they say. As if you watch it, you know. So what does that mean? I don't like you. I don't like you. You're a cornball and you're a liar and you're needy and you're superficial and you're insecure and you didn't even put the ring on her. It wasn't on the right finger. You didn't know. You didn't care. And then come to find out, I'll get into it in another video. Anyway, I think that Benaya was a better match for her. And obviously she did too, because she kicked Sam to the curb as she should have. As she should have. And she went and she got her man. She went and got Benaya. And Benaya got down on that knee when they met up and cleared the air and proposed to her. And they popped up in Greece like, hey, yeah, we here. The party is here. And I love that for them. Now, Benaya, I need you to get a house. I don't need you house sitting while you're working. I need you to get a house for this woman, a steady place. And I understand you could be a free spirit, but y'all need a home base. And I even understand her admiring somebody that is a free spirit. You can admire somebody. I love people who travel, they do this, they do that. I love that, but you need a home base. You can't just be floating. You need to have somewhere to come back to. Go, you know what I'm saying? House sit, go do this, go do that. You know what I'm saying? Go travel, go, you know what I'm saying? Travel for work, travel for play. Travel to fulfill your bucket list, travel to get your mind, body, and spirit all in alignment. Do what you're going to do, but then come back to 2424, West Wincott Street. Let's know that this is where we're going to be. This is our home. When we come back, this is home. Give that woman a home. Okay. We don't got time to be flip flopping. It seemed like the closest you got to home is the apartment that Love is Blind done put y'all in until y'all, get married. Get Nicole a house, okay? We're not about to play these games, Benaya. We're not doing it, B. Get her a steady home and then go and flit like a beat of flowers. I love a free spirit too, but I need a dresser. I need somewhere where they sending these electric bills. So my thing with Nicole is I just want her to know that she deserves the best. She just doesn't know it. And I do like her and Benaya together, but I still don't think that she knows it. So, he's sweet. He loves her. He seems to take care of her, look out for her. He don't play. He confronted Sam about her. He was like, "You was disrespectful. You playing a game. You just here to be on TV. You ain't capping me. I see through you." Like Benaya it was a side of Benaya I ain't never seen. Benaya one of them nice, quiet guys. And I think he was attractive. You know what I'm saying? I think he's attractive with his long hair and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and eyes and everything. And I'm like, he one of them laid back, surfer dudes, you know what I'm saying, free spirits that if you play with them, he will have a mugshot. He will he will have a mugshot behind Nicole. And I love that for her. You want somebody that is willing to have a mugshot behind you. I mean, it doesn't sound toxic, but what I'm saying is you want somebody who's going to protect you. You want a protector. As women, we want protectors. We don't want, well, we want somebody that's going to say, what? You talk, you, you ain't talking to my woman like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want somebody that's like cowering behind you. You know what I'm saying? We want to feel safe. You know what I'm saying? What's that little video that they be doing when the women are walking and the men are like, oh, it's two security guards right there, that man right there, this is a dog, and the women are just like do 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 because your man got you. You know what I'm saying? So he gives, I got you. I ain't got you a house, but I got you. I got I got your reputation. I got you physically. Like I got nobody's gonna disrespect you while you with me. Or even if you're not with me, they're not gonna disrespect you. So anyway, that is those were the couples who got uh engaged. They are going through, the process now. They're doing their wedding shopping and all of that stuff. I'm going to touch on all of that. I have, notes on the dresses and like just the thing, them now living together and issues that they are, going on. But I just kind of wanted to touch on the pods, the, meetup, to get the rings for the engagement and then like a little bit of grease. So the next video is going to be the other episodes. I'm going to wait to the last episode to do it. And then we're going to touch on like where they're kind of like, where we see things starting to unravel for some people, but then come together for other people. And then, when I come back, we're going to know who got married and who didn't. So again, I know I didn't say it again as I was doing all of this talking, but please like, subscribe, share, tell people to come hang out with me because I'm not just going to be doing books. I am going to be doing books as well, but I'm going to be doing TV shows like Love is Blind. Like I said, I am going to do one for From because I've been watching that as the like when you haven't been watching TV because I'll be on my laptop writing working writing books and skits and what I'm saying doing things and my TV will be on but I'm not watching it. You know how like kind of like I don't want to call it a lock screen but like the screen will come on, it'll like show like different movies that are coming out and shows that are coming out. And From was on there, and I was like, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" And I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, I love this. I love this. It's supernatural. I love it. I'm gonna be reviewing that as well." So again, it is Asira, author Asira, Lady Asira. um, and I am on IG as Dream Wake Work. I'm on Facebook as author Asira. I am on TikTok doing book reviews as author Asira. So follow me on those platforms. And we are going to come back and we are going to review the rest of Love is Blind UK. And we are also going to start reviewing From. I was thinking about reviewing House of the Dragon, but so many people are doing that I didn't do it. But when I say that I love that, like I've read George R. R. Martin's books. I've been down since Game of Thrones. I have blankets, I have scotch, I have glasses, I have the shirts, I have the hair for my brother's wedding because he is a House of the Dragon fan as well. He was upset because he said, "Man, I was missing episodes because we was planning a wedding." I said, "Yes, getting married is more important than House of the Dragon." I understand, but he's catching up now. So um, I said I won't do those, even though I love them to death. I have books back here, some all of it, but I am gonna do other shows that I do like. So I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, tell me, if I missed something. It's already an hour and a half. I did take notes or whatever, but I'm gonna touch back on some stuff too. So like if it's something that I left out, bring it up and we can talk about it. And I'll actually talk about it in the next video because I like the rapport. Like I like the talking back and forth. So like, comment, share, and I will see you in the next review video. Toodles.